Hello there and welcome to my playthrough of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. So, what I have been doing then is just making my way across clan territory, doing random missions, getting some cash, because we were very, very nearly bankrupt at one point. I don't think I'd recorded that, but I got down to 90,000 sea bills, which I don't think is enough to pay Melissa Steiner's dry cleaning bill. So yeah, we were desperately in need of some cold hard sea billage. We're now up to 25 million, so that's not too bad. We're a mere, what, 2 quarters away from being in trouble again. But yeah, we should be alright though, because we're able to do these random missions outside of the core campaigns now, so we should be able to make some more money over the next few years within the game. So where are we today then? We're out on Susquehanna, which is one of these, I think this is the DLC random mission. So it's basically just going up against pirates from what I've seen when I read the brief. So yeah, it should be a pretty simple one today, and we should be up against Inner Sphere forces, I think. So without further ado, let's go and have a crack at this. It's a demolition, and it's yeah, just going up against pirates. So pirates still exist, even in when you're surrounded by clans. The pirates are still a thing. Oh, that's annoying. We can only bring 7 sea bill, which is really annoying, because we would obviously prefer just to bring all the sea bills.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander. Your visibility will be limited out there.
Okay, so yeah, I'd just done a demolition mission actually. It was against the clans. You can see we got quite badly beaten up. We came across lots of elementals. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Is I'll bring Blackadder today though, because I do want to use this mech because he is quite fun. But I'm going to change my Lance mate loadout here. So I'm going to bring Apple Pie today, and we will also bring these 2 newish mechs. They're leveling up very nicely. And let's bring Jeremiah as well. He's got some leveling up to do after he went to college. So wouldn't mind a bit of speed. I say speed, you know, it's like range and speed. That's what we're after. The 2, well, we've only got 1 awesome actually. We can't use both of them because one's in the shop. Or we could use it, but I'm not going to. And then I wouldn't mind something that's... Oh, look at that. Yeah, we'll bring Bouncer. And we'll bring... What else should we bring? Oh, this Orion, I'm going to bring it at some point, but I want to pilot it because it's an absolute monster. What I've got on him there. Oh, absolutely. I got a targeting computer on as well. I want to see if that makes a difference. Tell you what, let's bring Aaron as well, just for some range. Nice, yeah. And I'm running possibly the most zany clan mech in the pantheon of zany clan mechs today, which is saying something. Because it's got 14 machine guns, which is just mind-blowing to me. I've just used it, and it was very, very good at demolition missions. But the ammo, I mean, I'm going to have to go back and reconfigure it all, because there's not enough ammo on it.
We're going on the offensive today, boss. The Bredang warriors have been terrorizing this region for years now, and it's up to us to finally put a stop to them. I've marked their stronghold on your battle grid. Go forth and raze it to the ground.
So a nice simple one this, it's just destroy the pirate base so they can't do pirate things anymore. Nice and easy.
I'm detecting unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate.
I think this is the first time as well I've gone up against the Inner Sphere since the first mission of the DLC. You know, you basically have to fight the pirates who are fleeing from the clans. I think I've just been up against clans since that time, so it's going to be nice to get back to Inner Sphere. Presume we're going to be up against vehicles and VTOLs and all that good stuff. Oh,
Target acquired.
There's a partisan heavy tank over there.
Tracking movement. Enemy armor.
going to hide in the trees a little bit while my lance comes around this corner, because I really don't want to waste my bullets. I should have should have gone back and revisited this mech design, because it is just stupid.
Put that hostile in the dirt!
I'd just say it's very typical clan. They've just over-egged everything. So rather than being sensible about it and saying, you know, we'll stick on 10 machine guns and then some armour and heat management. No, we just want all the machine guns, no armour and no ammo. And I think the original configuration of this mech has 2 tons of ammo on there, which, I mean, I think I've got at least 4 tons, and that's probably only because when I designed it I didn't have much clan machine gun ammo. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and revisit the entire thing, really. Maybe just stick on flamers,
Our target
take
is
off
now
them
marked.
S
Go get him.
lasers.
Target acquired.
I'm saying that the S lasers don't take up
Got your target
much
on scope,
tonnage,
Commander.
but
We'll take care of it.
whoa, assault mechs. Where did they come from? This came out of nowhere. I've got an ECM as well. Anyway. I mean, it is
Hell yeah.
very good
Target
at
down.
blowing things up, to be fair.
Incoming missile.
Right, what we'll do is here, we're actually going to help our
New
guys
target.
take
We've got your
these
target,
out.
Commander.
I'm not particularly keen on having an awesome.
You just landed a massive hit, Commander. Your target's going crit. Civilian residences are taking fire. Clear out those hostile mechs now.
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility.
Incoming
My lance is
missile.
dealing with those guys quite well, to be honest. Just trying to conserve ammo. On the last mission, I really wasn't keeping tabs on my ammo, and when I... it was like, I was like, daka, and then it just went, ammo gone, or ammo depleted, or whatever it said. And I was like, what? Where did all my ammo go?
Target
But,
acquired.
yeah, I mean,
Concentrate
makes
fire on the
sense,
designated
because
target.
we just chew through it very, very quickly.
I'm showing heavy damage to a number of the facility structures. We appear to be about halfway there.
New target trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Target destroyed.
Oh, God.
Ammo low.
Yep. I mean, it's all right now. It's we've actually got 2 flamers shooting alongside the ammo as well. So even if we run out of ammo, we can
You're
still
almost there, Commander.
we'll still be good
Only
against buildings because
25%
of
of this
that.
area remains.
And vehicles. Flamers are very
Target
good against
acquired.
vehicles in this game.
Target destroyed.
We know there's 17% left. We're about to run out of ammo, but we just chews through it so quickly, as you would expect.
Ammo depleted.
Yep, there we go. Right, the end zone's down there, so we'll just run away. Yeah, this mech is really good. I think there is a lot of potential there. It just needs to be unclammed. And what I mean by that is, you know, like, just be sensible with the amount of ammo that you're putting on. It's really not that difficult.
New target.
With pleasure. Let's obliterate the requested target.
And I really can't do very much now
Incoming
because
missile.
we're out of ammo. So I'm just going to run for the end zone. Good to be back killing
Hostile spotted. Engaging.
All right,
vehicles and
I think
combined
that's
arms
enough
though. It
destruction
is a
for one
fun
day.
part of this game.
You've dealt a catastrophic blow to the pirates.
Nice. Right, there's at least one other mission in this, maybe two. Sometimes you do that. You do like the two on the board, and then it says, "Oh, there's a third one. There's a secret base somewhere that you've got to go and hunt or whatever." So 4.5 million sea bills. No max, unfortunately. So let's just take all this to sell. Still some pretty good things to sell though. So not a waste by any stretch. This guy here, he's got that. I like it that it lists that. He's got that shortened recovery trait in case he gets injured, but no one did get injured. I took a little bit of armour damage on one of the arms, but all in all, quite an easy one that. Where's the next one? Hermagor. Defence. I don't think we can repair, can we? No, we can't. But that's fine. Yeah, let's travel out that. And I'm going to bring, presuming that, we don't have to get too crunchy on these, because when we've got lots of clan tech, we don't have to go in too hard on the inner spheres missions. Today, then, I am going to bring, and we'll just read this out. So this is, again, we're on this pirate raid here. The Werewolf Legion is gearing up for a raid in the system. The band's usual modus operandi is to put the civilian population centres to the torch so that the rest of their force can hit their actual targets while locals are addressing the disaster. Right, yeah, killing innocent civilians? How rude. Right, again, we'll go full money on this one. We'll bring the same team, but I'm definitely going to bring today Samson, because I want to see how this guy is going to be working out. So we'll bring Adrian as well, because we've got all the clan electronic tech on this fellow. He's very useful. Defense, so we don't want to be too slow. Profit's a good option actually, because it's very quick. Look at me in the dark now, by the way. I don't think you can see that. I think my head might be above it. Maybe if I've got, yeah, that should be alright. I've got two UAC, clan UAC, two BFs. I don't have, if I had clan L pulses, I'd stick them on as well, but I don't have them, unfortunately, because I'd love to make Mina Dark into a clan mech. She would suit that very well, I think. What else should we bring today then? So many options now. Oh, I might bring Modge, Modge is, I've clanned up Modge. Oh, and we've got the Warhawk as well. I need to bring at some point. Might be for another occasion though. I don't think we need to bring her today. Need to name him as well. Him or her, I'm not sure. Yeah, let's bring Modge.
We need to move fast, Commander. The pirate band...
Actually, before Rihanna tells us what's going on here, let's just check this. So, weapon loadout. So I've got that UAC 10, Clan UAC 10, which I'm really excited to use. We've got two impulses, Clan impulses, and then we've got 14 Clan Streak SRMs. And what I might do on this, I might put the 2 4s together and the 6 separately. So like the 6, you get like the 8 or the 6, right? Depending on what kind of damage you want to do.
known as the Werewolf Legion are bearing down on a nearby settlement. The residents have gone into lockdown. but tens of thousands of innocent lives are still on the line. It's up to you to protect them.
Yeah, I think this mech will be gnarly. Can't wait to start using that UAC 10 as well. I love the weapon anyway. And
Looks like we found the place, Commander.
it's the first time I think I've been able to use one, because the Inner Sphere, they should do that, but the Inner Sphere do eventually retrofit a regular
Now fan out
Inner
and
Sphere
take defensive
UAC 10
positions.
under
Prepare for
20,
incoming hostiles.
but they don't seem to be in the game yet. So I'm kind of stuck with just being able to get clan
New
ones, which
target
are
vindicated.
far more powerful, but are going to be far more difficult to get. Look at that. My god, it almost shoots like a
Unit
UAC 2.
has a visual on Mercenary scum.
Yeah, it shoots like a UAC 2, but with the strength of a UAC 10.
New
Mental.
target, Centurion.
Wilco, focusing fire.
Target acquired.
But let's check out our little... Oh my god, you're all so toast. You just
Incoming
don't have a
missile.
chance. And look at my heat management's really good as well. And I've got that targeting computer on.
Target destroyed.
Wow.
Target acquired.
Unable, Commander, sorry.
What a monster this
Target
guy is.
eliminated.
It feels like...
Scopes are lighting up with additional bogies, Commander.
Not going to say it's unstoppable, but the clan streak SRMs are so powerful, because
Target acquired.
for the Inner Sphere only have these have the 2, you know, the streak 2, which, although a completely serviceable weapon, it's not got the highest rates of damage, because obviously it's only a 2. Because the clans have got 4s and 6s, though, you can do that, like, guaranteed to hit spam, like what we've
New
got here,
target
and it's
arrived.
just,
With pleasure.
it's just
Let's
relentless.
obliterate the requested target.
Oh, I love how that shoots. Oh, so good. When we get into range for the streaks, it's going to tear them apart.
Incoming missile.
Again, I know I
Target
say this a lot.
destroyed.
As
Target
much as I
Override
bury
the
the
designated
clans,
hostile.
New target
the
Warhammer.
tech is just... Oh. My heat
Enemy mech
management
destroyed.
is perfect. It's perfect. Like, I am not... I feel like I have created a offensively efficient mech here. It's one of those mechs that you would get thrown off tabletop for using. Oh. I knew I'd like it. When I kind of was fiddling around with it, I was like, I think this thing's going to be pretty special. And yeah, it is. It's quick as well, you know, 64 tons, 75... Sorry, 65 tons, 70... Oh, I'll say that again. A 75 ton that goes 64 kph, and it's got the armour of a 75 ton mech. Is very, very powerful. I like this as well. I don't know if these are new.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course on your position.
Target acquired.
So I was going to say, just the all the little bridges and stuff that we're getting look pretty cool. It shoots like an AC2.
Target acquired.
Yeah. I've not really spoken much about the biomes. That was one of the features of the game, that there are like multiple new biomes in here, which is great. I mean, the more the better, or the more the merrier. But I think the issue that we've got with it is a lot of the
Engaging with
biomes
Lance.
look very similar to the old ones, so they've just like changed a little bit, like in terms of contrast or colour. So it's not something we can necessarily see, but that does add a hell of a lot of like flavour and interest to the game, because you're very, very rarely going to be on the same biomes. So that's really nice.
Wiped out that mech.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
I'm almost not even bothering to go in too hard. Like I could be.
Target destroyed.
I was like holding back there.
Target
I was,
acquired.
Looks like you've got their attention.
almost feel
I'm
sorry for the
showing
guy.
multiple hostiles incoming on your position.
Mind you, we've still got a long way to go. I've got we've got 13 more things left to kill, so it's not. This isn't an easy mission by any stretch, but I just feel like the lance here is just super. I mean, look at our damage. It's like next to nothing. I think the
Target received,
future,
engaging.
really, or the best way now to play the game is
Down that mech.
retrofitted clan tech on Innisphere mechs, because I just generally prefer the Innisphere chassis.
Hell of a shot.
Um,
Hostiles cooked.
You must have really kicked over the beehive here, Commander. More hostiles inbound.
The only disadvantages with the Innisphere mechs is that they're not as quick. So, like, you know, most of you could generally get most clan mechs like chassis, and they'll be just considerably quicker than Innisphere mechs. But I find that Innisphere mechs have just got far better systems in regards their like loadouts. So you know, like how many slots they've got and things like that. The clan mechs tend to be. They're optimised for it and they're very, very strong,
Incoming
but
missile.
it's very powerful when you, on some Innisphere mechs where they just like
This location wasn't
Like
built
this
to
one.
withstand military-grade weapon fire. We need to pull them away from the buildings.
where you've got
Incoming
all the
missile.
spam for the missiles.
Target destroyed.
Sorry, I'm
Home of a
getting
commander's target.
badly hit here.
Hell yeah.
Me.
Target down.
It's getting a bit hairy, and they're really targeting me for obvious reasons, because I'm tearing them apart. Sorry, yeah, I was just saying, like on a mech like this, where you get those 3 medium
Target
missile
acquired.
slots in the centre torso, which is, you know, there
New
are
target
clan mechs that will
clear.
have that as well, but this mech is a hero mech anyway, so it's already got like interesting chassis and components and
Target
internal
destroyed.
structure or
Target-
armor,
Got your target on
etc.
scope, Commander. We'll take care of it.
Victor now. Look at that heat management as well.
Target destroyed.
We are burning
Bad
up.
news, Commander. More hostiles inbound on your position. Get ready for some company.
There's only 4 left though, and one of them is a partisan heavy. Although I don't like the partisans, they've got the AC2 spam. I'm going to let our Lance take the lead here.
Copy that, Commander. We're walking to your location.
New target rifleman.
Captain Modge there, taking the lead.
Holding at the requested position, Commander.
New target Atlas.
At requested
Ooh, nice.
location.
Acquired.
Skull unit engaging with mercenary forces.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target.
We got this, Commander. That target's gonna be
My
decorating the
ammo's
battlefield.
amazing as well. We've not had any issues at all with the UAC 10 ammo. All the street ammo. Yeah, I'd call this. It's like with the Timberwolf, which is not a million miles away from this one in terms of how it's designed.
Target
with all
destroyed.
the streak SRM spams. But this one just works more effectively.
up another
You just
kill.
have to sacrifice a little bit of speed.
I'm detecting no more Werewolf Legion troops. It seems as though casualties sustained were kept to a minimum.
Good. Yeah, love that mech, by the way. Absolutely lovely. So we'll see if there's another mission. If there is, we'll do it, obviously. If not, I've got a few things to talk about. Oh, it's annoying. One off getting the Atlas. Boo. What do we have here, though? Oh, we do have some... They've got some nice, interesting stuff. I could actually do with those double heat sinks, you know, because we're running out. What else did I see? That's good. That's good. Nice. Ooh. Never let it be said that your command lacks honour, Commander. You've done our people a valuable service. Go with peace and honour. May we cross paths again if the universe wills it. Very flamboyant. Right, okay, so let's just have a look where we are. So I'm going to go... I might... The problem is with this area, there's just no industrial zones and we can't do any repairs, which is not ideal. Like, even like, there's like no industrial zones out in FedCom space. The nearest we can get is Dust Bowl, which is 76 miles away, days away. It's a few more than 76 miles. It's like the other side of the galaxy. But then it's going to take me a ton of time to... oh no, wait, that works actually. That's 76 days away. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to fly down there now. And then I'll fly back up to Trell. Because we do need to do some repairs. So let's do that. It'll cost us a ton of money, but it's fine. Needs to be done. I need to do these two missions with a... oh, look, Black's... That's it, Blackjack School. Oh, and we've got our lady back. What did she get then? That's awesome. So she's 60. She's now 57 out of 63. But what's that? She's gone down to 1 ballistic. How is that thing? Is that just a misprint or something? That's really odd. That must be wrong, right? Because if you add all them up, unless she's just sacrificed it, I don't know what's gone here. It's interesting. I like it if there's a bit of quirkiness on stuff. So, cost us a ton of money. That's one thing to say. It's ridiculously expensive. In fact, I think that needs to be looked at if they're going to do stuff like this. The time I'm happy to do, but the cost is slightly insane. So she did get 2 really good quirks there. So LRM-20 expert, that's lovely. Medium laser expert as well. So she'll fit into, I mean, she'd be perfect in a traditional C1 catapult, right? No, sorry, that's wrong. It's an LRM-15, isn't it, in a CR1? Yeah, I mean, either way though, having the LRM-20 thing is interesting. Her heat management has just gone up to insanity, so it's up to 17. Yeah, okay. Let's just have a look at this, see if that ballistic is actually true. I mean, she literally cannot fire guns. Yeah,
it's an honour to join your company. Let's rock.
It is literally, that's what it's done to her. It must have... Yeah. I mean, maybe that's something that you have to put up with when you retrain them. It's certainly nothing to do with her... Well, she's got decreased ballistic of 1, but I'm pretty sure she was like just normal, right? She was like an 8 or something previously. So maybe all this has gone up and maybe it just completely rejigs them. I've got to say, I don't hate that. I think that's a... You know, she's a bit like Jess. Jess is a bit of a specialist.
I know your
well.
story, and I'm ready to be of assistance, Commander.
She's got the shielding, but then she's good at ballistics. So, but she's terrible at missiles and energy. So, yeah, anything that makes your mech warriors have character or whatever else is interesting to me, and that shielding quirk gives her a bit of a bonus. What else? I just want to check the map. I'm sure it said something about a blackjack something or other. Oh, look, we got clan tech on these locations as well. What I'm going to do is, though, I want to talk about some things, then I'm going to stop recording and I'm going to do some random missions around here and make some money. And then next time I record, we'll be up on Trell. But I do need to start thinking about my cash flow situation. This is great as well. We've now got clans basically everywhere. So this is in the Fed Sons area, and you saw there was Clan Steel Viper. What else have we got? It looks like there's just one, but that's fine. That's still really interesting. There's another area here as well. Great. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look around there. There's a special pilot as well we can pick up on Meacham. So that's all interesting. Anyway, I just wanted to discuss a couple of things. I want to just go into the news section because we're now at New Year, so we're in 3053. And so much has happened over the last year. 3052 is one of the key years in all of BattleTech, really. So let's have a look at where did we last hold? Okay, yeah. So this is May 3052. So a lot of the old characters. This is kind of the reset for the IP because you'll see in a moment. Hans Davian is actually deceased now, as is Susan's mother. So she's a bit of a non-entity, really. But he isn't. Sun Tzu is an absolute genius, like a military genius. He's really the kind of the start of the resurgence for House Liao. So they annex the St. Ives back into their territory, and they take back a lot of the Chaos March, because all the Inner Sphere's in turmoil, obviously, from the clan invasion. So within like the next 15 years, the Capellans are going to be pretty much one of the strongest forces in the entire galaxy. And they've always traditionally been the underdogs, and Sun Tzu fixes all that. They also, and I doubt we'll see this, what I'm about to say in this game, but they create some absolutely gorgeous mechs. So you've got things like the Lao Hu, the Menchen, the Sha Yu, I want to say the Pillager, but I think the Pillager might be Fedcom. I can't remember. There's a lot anyway. There's loads and loads of really great tech, because they were basically one of the industrial zones for the Inner Sphere during the clan invasion, because they were untouched. So that really kind of catapults them on to be a massive military power, which is not to everyone's liking, because a lot of people don't like the Capellans. I love Capellan mechs though, so yeah, I always quite enjoy that. We've got here, so Mindo Waterley is dead. Anasphaesius Faut has basically said that Comstar were aiding the clans during the invasion, which they were. These two incidents here, this is really like, you know, Mindo Waterley dying was the primus. These are kind of the events that lead up to the Word of Blake, which we'll probably talk about at some point. Hans Davian now, dead of a heart attack. Shrillar Mori is elected as the new primus of Comstar. Wolf Dragoons announces formation of the MRBC. The MRB, which was previously under Comstar, is now defunct, so it's now owned by the Wolf Dragoons, which is interesting and weird, but that is a thing. Comstar Exodus underway as Mori purges ranks of anti-reformists. So again, this is all kind of setting up what will become the Word of Blake. Primus Mori enters into new contracts with majority of great houses. So yeah, it's all kicking off. And Thomas Marrick signs contracts with Comstar Refugees. So I don't think I knew about that one. That's interesting. The newly formed organisation now choosing to be called the Word of Blake. That is, actually I do know about that. Of course I do, because the Word of Blake is basically a safe haven within the Free Worlds League, and that is the start of it. I didn't realise they turned to it as refugees, but yes, that is something that I've seen. What I also wanted to discuss then, just very quickly, was a bit about the game and where it's currently at. So I'm recording this basically like a month after the game dropped, so the DLC dropped. And if we go back into the star map, before I recorded here, I did like loads of random missions in this zone. So basically the smoke jags up into Clan Ghostbear territory. And unfortunately, and I'm not saying this with any bitterness or spite or anything, it's just a reality of what happens when you change the game mechanics. So many of the kind of core random missions are completely broken for the clans. And what I mean by that is, like I did an infiltration mission, and the infiltration missions, which are usually quite easy anyway, but the whole premise of an infiltration mission is that you can get seen by like a turret, a random turret can put an alert out and it basically ruins the mission for you. Because the clans don't have any turrets or combined arms, they have elementals, but they're a different thing entirely. It basically means that like an infiltration mission is just a free payday, so you can just put the cash up and just walk around with a mech and just do what you need to do, and there's nothing can stop you. There will be clan mechs on site, but they're really easy to avoid. Just bring a light mech with an ECM and a probe and you just can float past them. And yeah, I did one and I made like 6-7 million Seabills just for literally 2 minutes of walking around a map, and that's broken. Obviously it shouldn't be the case. I also find as well that the game is completely unbalanced with elementals. So like I was doing like raid missions where there were like 30 to 50 elementals, and it was just insane. I mean, it's just too difficult. Like I like a challenge, right? But with that, it was just like you can barely target them because they're tiny, and they just really kind of wreck you, which is kind of true to what elementals are in BattleTech. But I just don't think it's necessary to put like 40 on like a map. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was literally just like red dot spam, and not good. Like that really needs looking at. Like fair enough. Like the clans don't get combined arms and turrets, fine. But there needs to be a mechanic where the elementals are not just put en masse. That is just awful. It just doesn't work. So yeah, I think a lot of the game is effectively now, I say unfinished, but I'm not saying that with any spiciness, because it's what happens when you entirely change the mechanics of a game. It's to be expected, and no doubt they'll patch all the changes in or whatever. But I think what the game desperately needs, though, if they really want to kind of push on and do the clan stuff, it really, really, really needs the clans to be refocused onto the core missions, so that it kind of gives them a little bit of variety, or maybe their own independent missions that, you know, like outside of the usual like raids and all that good stuff. But what it also desperately needs, and I feel like this is imperative, we need the second line mechs. I mean, the sooner that they can port those second line mechs from the MechWarrior 5 clan, well, it's in the Ghostbear game, right? Like you get plenty of second line mechs in that. Just port them over straight away. You've won, because if you're doing like a mission, if you don't want to give them vehicles, that's fine, but they need mechs that are not as crunchy and as light armoured as Omnis, because what I'm finding going up against Omnis is that the battles are just really boring because the game is just too quick. Whereas like when you're going Innisphere against Innisphere, you're a bit slower, you've got to think about your manoeuvrability, you've got to think about your tactics. With a clan mechs, it's just they're so quick and so the weapons are so powerful, you just tear each other apart and it's over before you know it, and it's quite boring. And I think what would actually be more interesting is if you've got like a second line mech, which are just regular battle mechs, they're not Omnis, but they've got clan tech on them, so they're powerful, but they might be the better armoured, or they're slower and they don't have like the torso twists of an Omni or whatever. But they need to do something to really kind of inject some life into the beyond the campaign of the clans. They really need to look at the mechanics that they've got here, because at the moment it is very much an unfinished game. And again, that's fine, right? We have to fully expect that. This was a big DLC patch. You see, it's changed the entire map and all the mechanics and everything else. So, just a thing there. Anyway, hopefully by the time I record, whether this recording goes out, which will be in about 5-6 weeks, something like that. I think if my timings are right, then hopefully they've started to even look at the mechanics. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to go offline now and do some random missions and not record them. The next time you see me, we will be on the home of Battletech, which is Trell, which is where the first Grey Death Legion book happened. So, yeah. And it's now owned by, well, the Federated Commonwealth, kind of, maybe. That's very weird. I don't know why it's... Maybe it's because... Oh, no. I was going to say maybe it's because there's a special mission there, but Somerset is in... Clan Jadefell? I don't understand that. I think that might just be an error in the game. Oh, no. Okay. Max's planet. You see, usually we've got, like, Walcott, which is still in Korean territory. So, if it's doing that there... I don't know enough about the law on Trell in this era to tell you whether it's still in Fedcom hands. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It might just be an error. So, yeah, I'll thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you again next time.